Why has it got so dark all of a sudden? Like, really? Got so dark. Lighting issues that I'm having. Like I'm on Star Trek Next Generation. Why is it all of a sudden I'm having lighting issues? Whatever. Hi guys, welcome to the plus side. Hi guys, welcome to the plus side. It's your girl AJ Marie. Today I'm going to be doing a hashtag TBH tag, aka throwback tag. So if you want to learn more about me and learn about my favorites from the past and reminisce a little bit, then stay tuned to this video. I'm having so many lighting issues. Like right now it looks like Star Trek Stormtrooper, right? But then like if I take it off, right, it's gonna look really dark and gloomy in here. I did my hair, you guys. You like the braids? Okay, let's start this tag. So I'll be saying the questions out loud, but also writing them in below in case you forgot what I'm answering, because I can tend to ramble. So, number one is, what year was I born? I was born in 1986. I am a 80s baby, 90s kid. I'm old. Get over it, okay? Two, what shows did I used to watch? I was a Nickelodeon freak. I was a Nickelodeon, Disney, not Disney Channel so much, but y'all remember like Disney used to have like a channel on channel 6 or like ABC. They used to have like a morning mini Disney version. I love that one, like that had Recess and Pepper Ann on it. You know what I'm talking about? And I also was a huge fan of Doug and Rocko's Modern Life and Angry Beavers and Rugrats and like all that, and Keenan and Kel. Like I'm getting memories. But I love those shows. Like Nickelodeon was my ish, and like Disney was like, Disney ABC was like second, and then like the Disney Channel was like third. I was obsessed with the show Bug Juice. Nobody else knows about Bug Juice but me, but Bug Juice was my ish. That was like reality show for kids, but it was my John, and I loved it. So those were the kind of shows I was into. Can't talk. Roll it. What did I want to be when I grew up, and do I still want to be it? I wanted to be the president, believe it or not. I wanted to be the president, and hell no, I don't still want to be that. Only because like being president is a lot of stress. It's not just you running a country. Like people don't understand, you still have to go through people in order to pass laws. So either way, you're to blame. Like they're not focusing on that, they're focusing on you. You're the one that is supposed to be running this country, making everything better. You have to clean up messes from past presidents. You have to be better than past presidents. There's a lot of pressure to be the president of the United States. So no, I do not want to be the president. After I found out that JFK got assassinated, I think I killed those dreams, to be honest with you. Like I learned about JFK and I was like, oh damn, they assassinated my nigga. I was like, oh, never mind. But yeah, it's a lot of pressure to be president, so I don't wish that on anyone, to be honest. Y'all saw Obama. Like Obama was smooth black hair, jet black. He had that good coloring in his hair, and then it went from black to all gray. He's still fine, but you could tell president was stressing him out. Okay, all right. What was my favorite toy? My favorite toy was Barbie. I was obsessed with Barbie. I got Barbie until I was 12 years old. Some people think 12 years old, it was too old. But to me, I felt like I was always age appropriate. My mom always kept me age appropriate. And I thought it was appropriate to still play with dolls at 12. Like once I hit teenage years, I was into music. I was into like, I loved like Imagine. Oh, Imagine was the first boy group I fell in love with, I think. No, it was NSYNC. I loved NSYNC, y'all. I went to like a predominantly white school in middle school. Introduced me to a whole new thing of music. NSYNC was the first like boy group I think I was like fangirling over, but I loved Imagine. I loved, what was it called? The one who sung Candy Rain. Who was the, y'all know who I'm talking about, and I'm mad because I used to love them. And like In Tune, nobody knows about In Tune, but I think they were like early 2000s or whatever. But I was obsessed with Imagine, Alameda, if y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think I got off topic. My favorite toy was Barbie. I played with Barbie nonstop. Clothes, like I had the shaving Barbie, you know, the stupid, it was dumb. Like after a while, I used to like switch the heads and the bodies of dolls because I wouldn't like a certain body, so I would switch the heads, which would make them break. But you know, it's my thing. And I used to like make dresses out of like duct tape. Did y'all ever do that? I think I did, but it's okay. Don't judge me. But yeah, I wanted to have like nice fitted, like, you know, I was really like into the Spice Girls too back in the day in middle school, and like I was trying to make them all look like, you know, no. So I took my glasses off because there was a funky little glare going on from them. So, next question is, what was the most embarrassing thing you can remember from your childhood? I used to have a crush on my cousin's neighbor. Like, he used to live, like, across the street. He used to come over my cousin's house all the time, and so did I. My cousin, I don't know, she was, like, tugging on my shirt. I was, like, younger. She was, like, tugging on my shirt or something. I completely flashed him, okay? I had no boobs. My hair was about to get done, so that looks like a mess. And I basically flashed this boy my bare boob. And it was one of those situations where it was like, oh! And I was just really embarrassed, and I didn't want to go outside ever again. So, name 3 songs you used to listen to. I can't pinpoint like 3 songs I used to listen to, but I was obsessed with like 90s R&B. I used to be obsessed with 3 like groups in particular, and that was Aaliyah, TLC, and SWV. Like, I wanted to be them. They were like my top of the 90s like clique. They were my top. And Missy Elliott was up there too. But I was a huge fan of like them, Missy Elliott, Timberland, like Brownstone. Like I said, I was a huge fan of like Imagine, and like I still can't think of their name, Candy Rain. And like a whole bunch of people I was in love with, but I love like 90s R&B and 90s pop music and stuff. Like I said, I was like elementary school and then middle school like in 90s. Yeah. So it was like pop music. I love the Spice Girls. Like I was obsessed with them. I went to go see their movie in theaters. Like, yeah. So it was like 90s hip hop and pop. I was all in it. Like my room used to look like one big like poster store. Like I used to have posters like everywhere. And it's so funny because I'm like cleaning my walls now and I'm so minimalistic right now, but I used to posters everywhere. Funny Halloween costumes. I had a funny costume. It was only one costume I wore every single year. I was a witch every single year. My mom made me a witch every single year. So the funny thing was, I was a witch every year. Never switched it up, never changed it up, nothing. And I still had fun and got my candy. A funny story about when I was a child, I could say it now, like it's funny to me now. But like I went to Disney World when I was a kid, and like my sister got stuck in the elevator. Cause my dad was like, hold the elevator. He told me to hold the elevator door. We was in Disney World. It's our first time going. I think I was like 12 or something. He told me to hold the door, and then he was like, here, grab my like cup of beer or whatever. So I was holding like 2 cups and then trying to hold the door open, and I must have like got off the door. So my sister was in the elevator, and the elevator was closing my door. Like she started screaming and hollering, okay? And at the time, I was terrified because my dad was yelling and freaking out because she was in the elevator. But if you stop to think, why didn't we just say, why don't you push button number 4 and you'll be on the floor? You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't we say, like, she was old enough to comprehend. Like, she was little, don't get me wrong, but she was old enough to comprehend you can push 5 and you'll be on the floor. Like, now, I can laugh about it. Before, I was like, why are you yelling at me, though? But at the time, it was like me trying to hold cups and hold the elevator and then, like, trapping my sister inside the elevator. Aw, she got over it. Do I have any special thing from my childhood? Yes, I do. I'm embarrassed to say this, but I still have this here. It's all ripped up. I had this since I was in elementary school, and I remember my mom got him for me with her income tax money, and this was all I want. And it had a banana. The banana's gone, long gone, but I still have him. I don't sleep with him anymore like I used to because I'm grown, okay? But I do still have him. So he's all ripped up, he's all messed up, and he just sits on a chair somewhere. I just refuse to throw him away. So yeah, he's probably the only thing I have from my childhood. What was something where I used to do as a child? I think everybody used to do this, but I used to put my animals inside of my baby furniture. I put my dog inside of, like, my what's that called? My play school, like, baby, like, bed. I think every kid who likes baby dolls had this little thing. It was like a plastic pink, like, rocking, like, baby bed or whatever. I used to put every time we get a pet or a puppy, I used to put them in this crib. And one time the puppy, like, peed in my bed. Like, peed in my baby bed, not my actual bed. But I still did it. I used to do that all the time. I used to dress up my animals, like babies, and, like, try to put them in things. Come to think of it, that was like cruelty to animals. That was bad. But I had fun though. What is the scariest thing you remember? Scariest thing I remember was when I was a child, me and my brother decided to sleep in my mother's room because we were both scared for some reason. It was Christmas time and we were terrified. So we asked our mom, can we sleep in the room? But my brother asked first, so he got, like, the bed. And my mom was like, we all can't be in bed together, so I had to sleep on the floor in her room. And I lied to you not, y'all, and I still remember this. I heard heels click-clacking down the hallway, and it was just the 3 of us then. They were coming down the hallway. I heard them. It was Christmas night. That was not Santa Claus. Mrs. Claus decided to come pay us a visit, or we had, like, our auntie or grandmother. No, my grandmother didn't pass away. Yeah. Or like a great-grandmother or somebody walking down that freaking hall. I swear, y'all, I heard high heels. That was the scariest freaking moment of my life. I could not jump into bed. My eyes were, like, open the whole entire rest of the night. Like, that was crazy. Bad experience. Terrible. Scary. And last but not least, how has the world changed? The world hasn't changed. I just changed, pretty much. My views on the world changed. I used to think everything was sunshine and rainbows and ponies and we all farted glitter, and I realized that that is not the case. So the world didn't change. It always had its bad, horrible points. I just was oblivious to it when I was younger. Even around my own neighborhood. Like, I grew up in the hood, and there are things that happen in the hood that when you're a child, they protect you from. Especially, like, the older guys, the older men, they protected us from it. Like, anything went down, we had to go in the house. Like, they would literally tell us, like, they would literally tell us to go inside the house when something went down. So they protected us little kids from everything. That doesn't mean that it wasn't going on. That means that I was oblivious to it. And now I'm older and I'm aware, and I don't want to say I'm semi-woke. I'm semi-woke, and, like, I just realized that the world was always terrible. I just chose not to believe in hairstyles in this video. But I'm kind of glad that I, like, had my innocence when I was a child, because I had a really good childhood, and I think knowing what I know now would kind of stress me out. Like when I started to realize certain things and I started to understand certain things, it kind of became scary and stressful. So I'm kind of glad that at the time I didn't know anything. I was just having fun. I was completely, you know, my childhood was completely innocent and carefree. So I'm kind of happy about that. You know what I mean? So, in the comments down below, tell me what was some of your favorite throwback, like TV shows, like cartoons, songs. I would love to hear and reminisce about the old days. And thank you so much for viewing this video. I really appreciate you guys coming in every week and watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this and liked my embarrassing stories. All my social media links will be linked down below. And I will see you all next Friday. Bye, guys. I love you.